Hey, Elevate 7-8. This is your daily video devotional for Thursday, April 2nd, covering Exodus chapter 36. If you've not read this chapter, why don't you pause the video right now, grab a Bible, and read Exodus 36, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about what's in there. And for tomorrow, try to read through Exodus chapter 37. In chapter 36, we get reintroduced to our friends Bezalel and Oholiab. They were skilled craftsmen who were commissioned by God to do work on the tabernacle. And the tabernacle was God's temporary home in the wilderness. The people lived in tents, so why wouldn't God have a tent? And the tabernacle looked really nice. It was God's home, after all. Once they get to the promised land, they'll eventually build the temple, which is a permanent structure, but the tabernacle was temporary. And one of the things it mentions the tabernacle having, from Exodus 36, verse 35, it says that they made the curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen, with cherubim woven into it by a skilled worker. Cherubim were like angels. They were like heavenly beings. So the curtain, what it did is it separated the most holy place where God was said to dwell from the holy place and from the rest of the grounds of the tabernacle. And not just anybody could go into the most holy place. So the curtain was like a visual reminder that beyond this curtain is God's place and God dwells here. And you dwell outside of that, but God is special. He's holy. He's sacred. And so what happens when Jesus dies, there's an interesting mention in the Bible that at the moment of Jesus' death, the curtain in the temple, not the tabernacle, the curtain was torn in two. Because that represented the fact that God no longer lived or dwelt away from people, but his spirit went out into the world, and now God's spirit is everywhere. Now, even though God's spirit is everywhere, that doesn't mean that it is always welcomed as a home in people. So think about home. Think about what a relief it is to get home after you've been away for a while. You've been on vacation, and vacation's fun, but sometimes you just can't wait to get home. You've been away at camp, and camp is over, and camp was great, but it feels so good to be home. Even at the end of a school day, it sometimes feels just good to be home. Why is that? Because home is your place. It's a place of comfort. It's a place of safety. Think about what you like about your home and why it's usually a relief to come home. And then ask yourself, would God feel at home in your life? Would he be welcomed there? Once we get to the books about the kings of Israel and Judah, in 2 Chronicles chapter 15, let me find it here, there was a king named Asa, and a prophet said to him, "Listen to me, Asa. The Lord is with you when you are with him. If you seek him, he will be found by you, but if you forsake him, he will forsake you." Now, it's true, God's all-powerful, God can do anything, but God will not force himself on you or into somebody's life. The Lord is with you when you are with him. If you seek him, he will be found by you, but if you forsake him, he will forsake you. God always makes the first move, like when you make a new friend and somebody offers to be your friend. God always makes the first move. But what sort of signals about friendship is he receiving back from you? That's your video daily devotional for today. For tomorrow, read through Exodus chapter 37, and we'll meet right back here.